Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a quick introduction to Crowd1, or as the wholly owned company is known, ICT, Impact Crowd Technology, a Swedish outfit that started up in Stockholm, in Sweden, and have since progressed down to Madrid. Before I go into Crowd1, I just want to make sure that everybody understands the opportunity that Crowd1 presents. And in that, Crowd1 so far is a marketing company for the moment for online gambling environment as well as online gaming environment. So Crowd1 only does marketing. We do not engage in gaming or gambling ourselves. We're purely a marketing company that through these two partners up here. Fuelgo, as the name suggests, is an affiliate gambling company. They go to companies who write gambling software for online opportunities, and they basically take those products to market for people. It's extremely difficult because of the sheer amount of apps and games that get manufactured on a daily basis to do effective marketing of those products. And that's why, sadly, a lot of those products will never see the light of day. So what we do as a Crowd1 member around the world, we do affiliate marketing or influencer marketing for these people. So what a Fuelgo does for online gambling environments, Mixter does for online gaming environments. Those games you love playing on your phones, Candy Crush, Angry Birds, those sort of games. These are the games, same story, lots of companies creating lots of games. Sadly, half the time we don't even know those games exist because of a lack of proper marketing. So one big point, we do not do sales, we simply do marketing. And because of the marketing for these guys in those environments, that allows us to tap into their profit shares, their profits or their revenue from the companies that's allocated to the marketing side of their businesses. So firstly, to show you how big this industry is, this is just a few slides, or rather a few snapshots of what I found that could give you a good indication of what a monster market the gaming industry is. If you look at mobile gaming and gambling, in 2017, it was already a $150 billion industry. Folks, there's 5 billion smartphones in the world, and you guys with your smartphones downloaded in 2018 194 billion applications. That is massive, considering the amount of people on the globe is not too much bigger than the 5 billion. Folks, this is an enormous industry. We sadly misjudge it because we all have the mindset that kids play games. We should get out of those mindsets, because sadly, those are completely the wrong impressions. Now, out of the 5 billion smartphones in the world, at any given point in time, there's 2.2 billion active gamers. I don't know what the world does with regards to productivity if half the planet with a smartphone can be engaged in gaming at any given point in time during the day. Now, to give you an idea how big this gaming industry is, there's a game called Call of Duty. Your kids will know it well. The mobile version was launched last year around August, September. In the first week of launch, 281 million games were played. That's 281 million games of one company in 1 week. If by now we have to go and look how many of these games were played, I think we can comfortably put 6 zeros behind this figure, if not maybe 9. Game called Grand Theft Auto. Some of you will know it. Your kids will definitely know it. $815 million generated in the first 24 hours when it was launched 7 years ago, guys, 2013. The whole gaming industry will be $1 trillion within the next year. If you look at a more recent game, Fortnite, a lot of the kids are playing that right now. It was already a $1.2 billion company in 2017. Why? Because they got more than 100 million downloads, folks. Pokemon Go, 1 billion downloads. PUBG, 1 billion downloads. The gaming industry, represented by the yellow graph, if you take the entire music industry globally and add it on top of Hollywood's movies, the green one, both of them put together cannot generate the cash that the video game industry is generating. So while normal industries around us are crumbling left, right, and center, this is what your kids and my kids are spending money on, gaming. They will sacrifice food for more airtime to play more games. And sadly, only a handful of companies are making all the profits. So Crowd1 is a network company that does marketing online. So we are not actually engaged in gaming ourselves, but because of those two companies, Afilgo and Mixter, they allow us to tap into their profit streams. The CEO, Johan Stahl von Holstein, please be sure to go and Google this man's history. Phenomenal background, phenomenal. If you're bigger than ABBA in Sweden, then you must know you're big. So go and see what this guy's achieved in his lifetime and why he's taken position at the helm of the ship for where Impact Crowd Technology, or then Crowd1 as we know it, will go in the future. Now, all I can say is busy preparing the company for a listing on the European Stock Exchange. And in doing so, he's moved the head office down from Sweden to Madrid in Spain. He's moved the bank accounts out of Dubai to Spain. They've already got regional offices right here in South Africa in Sandton City, where Mandela statue stands, behind the back on the second floor of the west wing or the west block of offices. Manila in the Philippines, they also open as well. Some of the other offices have just been put on hold to get through this whole virus episode. But this is a snapshot of Durban's ICC about 9 weeks ago in January for the first birthday party which was celebrated in South Africa. Because South Africa, out of the 177 countries to date, is their biggest market right now. So guys, these guys aren't playing games. Now, how does this work? How does Crowd1 make money? And then more importantly, how do you and I make money out of this whole thing? So Afilgo will be the world's biggest affiliate gambling company for online software companies specializing in 3 disciplines, basically 4 disciplines of gambling. Your traditional gambling games like poker and roulette and blackjack, all that sort of thing. Then you get sports betting. Sports betting is a monster market. And South Africa is actually the biggest sports betting house or country in the whole of Africa. Then there's your social type games like bingo and the lotto and all that sort of thing. And then, of course, there's all kinds of, what do you call it? Like games that take place where people can participate with one another. Almost like poker, for instance, can be played with some friends online in real time. So it's almost like a social type of game, for lack of a better description. So it doesn't matter where the people come from, who we drive to their business or not. Even if members or non-members use the unique links that we create through Crowd1's websites to drive people in this online gambling environment to the gambling sites from our affiliate partners, well, if we've driven the business there, then we should be getting the commission. Now, for the gaming guys, exactly the same. Doesn't matter who plays what game on their phones, whether they subscribe to it or simply download the next level or whatever. There's no such a thing as a free game on your phone, so don't believe any of that nonsense. Nobody works for free, and nobody generates those games for free. If we drive traffic to these affiliate partner companies under Mixter through our unique links, they start engaging into gaming. There's commission for driving that traffic to them. Because you see, it's extremely difficult to get more members for these people or to get their companies out there to get known and for people to engage into them. Now, to 2 of these very basic examples over here. If more or less 2 million people actively participate in an average bet of 50 euros a month, whether they bet on cricket or rugby or soccer or horse racing, poker, mahjong, blackjack, roulette, whatever it might be, even lotto tickets or maybe playing bingo. So suddenly, 2 million members times 50 euros a month is 100 million euro income per month. So Afilgo takes 50% of the marketing share and Crowd1. This pot over here represents Crowd1. They get 50%. So through this example, maybe we get 12.5 million euros into the pot. Crowd1 only retains 20% thereof. Now, in the case of this example, that would be 2.5 million euro. There's 10 million euro left on the table. 40% of that, 5 million euro, comes to you and me for basically growing these people's customer bases for Mixter and for Afilgo. So when we grow those customer bases, in other words, we do customer acquisition for people that could possibly engage into more gaming so that these guys' profits could go up. So for once-off joining people, also for residual income, etc., there's a healthy portion allocated to you and me. However, the last 40% from the pot over here comes to you and me in the form of internal shares. It's like an internal share scheme called Crowd1 Rewards. For the existing members, it used to be called owner rights. To get rid of the confusion created between owner rights and shares and whatever else, it's now called Crowd1 Rewards. But 40% of this income gets allocated to that, which allows you and me, for all the gaming traffic that we've created here for these guys, that we've introduced to them, which they didn't have before, we can also now tap into the profits for quarterly dividends based on the amount of rewards that you have. So in the example of Mixter, if let's say, for instance, one day there's 25 million people, and that's a very important point. At the moment, we are 3.5 million people, and probably in this week, we'll go to the best part of 7 million people. Because Crowd1, very uniquely, the only company in the world that's come to the party to try and help people that are suffering under this coronavirus, have decided to give every existing member a free joining package to sign up a friend or family member or a neighbor or even a colleague that's in financial trouble at the moment because of business not operating as usual. So we're literally going to double the amount of people in Crowd1 in probably the next week. So folks, as you can see, this company doesn't play games. That's over a 300 million euro commitment from Crowd1 right there. Like I say, you're either in this company or not, but you can't be making money from the sideline. You have to get in this boat and go for the ride if you want to be part of this. So in the case of Mixter, very soon there'll be 25 million members. So in this example, if those people only spend €4 a month in this company, Mixter, which will be called, excuse the pun, but it will be called the Netflix or the Showmax of games, if I can put it like that as a good description. So you and I can get a share of that income per month, which in the case here, 25 times 4 will give you another 100 million euro profit. Now, Mixter takes their cut and Crowd1 will take their cut. However, Crowd1 only retains 20% of their cut, which in this case could be a 20 million euro cut. What comes placed on the table for you and me to share in, 40 million euros as 40% for growing possible players. And remember, gaming is way bigger than gambling. Gambling is a very unique environment. It's not for everybody. It's against religions. Some countries don't allow it either. But if you and I can share this kind of income through this, let's call it customer introduction solution that we offer, that is significant money, folks. That is huge money. Then also a contribution for the last 40% to even more Crowd1 rewards that can pay you and me an annuity income, a proper, true mobile annuity income for a very, very long time. That's the concept of Crowd1. So how do you join? Well, there's a couple of packages. You can join for on a white package for mere 99 euro once off, which in South Africa is roughly about 2,000 Rand. In Nigeria, about 5,000 Naira. That's the Kwacha in Malawi and the Malaysian Ringgit, because we've got team members all over. So for a once-off 2,000 Rand, you can access the business. You can, of course, buy in with a bigger package on black for 6,000, a gold for 16, and a titanium for 50,000. At the moment, the Titanium Pro package is not available. It's only available during specials. So how does this work? Firstly, when you buy a package, you get a whole handful of these Crowd1 rewards already associated to each package. The bigger package you buy, the more of these rewards you receive. So considering that the rewards, they justify what portion of the profits of gaming you will share in, it's obviously in everybody's interest to try and get as many of them as you can. So the good news today, things are tight from a financial perspective all over the globe. So folks, it doesn't matter how you get into the business. You can sell whatever you need to sell, or you can team up together and buy a package together, almost like a Stockfell style, whatever you want to do. But in my opinion, get in the business while it's affordable. So for 2,000 Rand to start, by joining up more members, you can earn within the first 2 weeks some bonuses that will pay you more money than what you've paid in. So if you can get all your money back plus a profit within the first 2 weeks, all you do to build yourself a monster euro income is keep repeating that cycle. For every person that joins the business, regardless of what package they're on, Crowd1 makes all kinds of bonuses available so that you can not only get your money back, but also start earning enough money to be able to upgrade from money earned from the system, from one package to the next, one package to the next, and so forth. To give you an idea, there are people in South Africa that migrate from a white package from joining by simply showing some friends, family, neighbors, colleagues, etc., the same opportunity to get their hands on a euro income in these tough times. And they actually migrate from packages like this past the black package either to gold or to titanium within 3 weeks. 3 weeks, guys. You got yourself a 50,000 Rand package with a huge amount of these owners' rights that could potentially give you an income 20 times bigger than the euro that what you see here when you bring that euro to South Africa, because that's the state of our financial affairs concerning our exchange rate to the euro. Now, this is an opportunity, in my opinion, that we will never ever see again. There is no other business that's going to pay you 20 times the yield than these guys are getting with their own system in Europe. It's as simple as that. So once you've got yourself into the business, you can also start getting some people signed up underneath you. So once you break this barrier here of 500 points achieved, you start moving up this ladder. Now this ladder gives you some titles along the way. It also gives you some points. So for every person joining the business after you, whether you know them or not, you start earning points. This could be internationally in 177 countries. You start basically falling into a pool level. Once you reach a pool, you never go back. So once you get to the next pool level, you never go back. So it can only increase. Find yourselves on levels like this before deadlines like that. So you've got until the 1st of August to qualify for a cruise out of Dubai. This will be the 3rd cruise, by the by, in 14 months. The company was launched on this cruise last year on the Bellissima, which is an MSC ship in the Mediterranean. And the long and short, I was fortunate enough to be there. But you don't just go on a cruise for holiday. That was where the company was launched and the Field Goes products were launched. There's a 2nd cruise already, this one over here on the Seaview. It just got postponed for the moment because of the virus. There's a 3rd cruise, however, this one here, sailing out of Dubai at the end of the year. So if you can get yourself onto this level over here, before the 1st of August, I'll see you on that ship. There's also other incentives when you get to this level here of president, and there must be around 30 or 40 people that have already achieved that. However, the games haven't even launched yet. We're the fastest growing company of all time. Right now during lockdown, I've been keeping a religious log of how many people join per day. The lowest it has been since we've been closed up has been 13,000 new people for the day. The highest has been 46,300 people. During lockdown, with only a mobile phone, simply introducing your friends and family into the same opportunity where they can also access a long-term euro income by channeling people's gaming habits just to somewhere where we can benefit from it. That's it, guys. Simple as that. Reach the level of president, you can find yourself on one of these bucket list holidays. Drive all the sports cars you've always dreamt about, live on super yachts, fly helicopters to them and from them, all on the cards. So that's just a couple of the incentives. Now here's our timeline. What is happening by when? We find ourselves right here in April. The games are going live in a couple of days in a phased approach. They'll let us know through the back office who by when. Every month hereafter something will launch. Mixter, the Netflix or the Showmax of gaming is going live in the second half of the year. So this is going to be a big year. Just for those of you that haven't converted your owner's rights yet, if you're an existing member, please do so ASAP, because once you converted them to rewards, you are eligible for your monthly payouts every month around the middle of the month for the previous month's gaming profits. Every third month, so in other words, every quarter from June, you can get your payouts for the amount of owner rights that you have, or Crowd1 rewards, which will give you your dividends from gaming every 3 months going forward. So in one single slide as a summary, why would you like to entertain joining Crowd1? Well, we're almost 4 million people. We broke this record for the fastest growing company literally a couple of days ago. So folks, we find ourselves on listings like this for the biggest and the fastest growing companies, but our products haven't even gone live yet. We're a 100% mobile company, and we're the only company that plays through marketing in the online gaming and gambling space that's got official relationships with Google and with Apple. Nobody else has got that. If you can earn your commissions in a euro income, which is 20, by the by, yesterday, 20.61 times €1 in South Africa. That's big. You can get your payments either through euro or through Bitcoin, through an exclusive card one of these days by Crowd1 in combination with a bank Union Pay. This is a Visa debit card, which allows you and me to tap directly from euro or Bitcoin to Rand at your local ATM, or whatever it is you buy, 20 point whatever the exchange rate, times cheaper than what you're paying now. So the mobile gaming industry, like we said in summary, is a $1 trillion market in less than a year. In South Africa alone, we've created more than 900,000 incomes for people, some of them who hasn't even got a job or who has never had a job, school leavers, etc. in 9 months. That's 100,000 incomes per month so far. These are not monthly incomes. Sometimes it's daily, sometimes even hourly incomes. Unheard of, guys. Right now, or rather in 2018 already, there were already 5 billion smartphones in the world. So we've got a long way to go to get these guys to play these companies' games that are our partners. Now, you guys, having got those smartphones, in 2018, you downloaded a whopping 194 billion apps. And over 2 billion people are engaged in games as we sit and speak, if not more, because of the virus. So Crowd1 allows you and me to tap into commissions like this through all of these income streams. When you join, you obviously become part of this internal reward system called Crowd1 Rewards. They grow on a weekly basis. They call training packages, and you can even sell them by getting a bulk discount and selling them on to friends and family. You've got a monthly residual gaming income from every single person engaging in playing games in 177 countries, or placing bets or betting against something or someone, buying lotto tickets, even playing bingo on a social level. And you and I can get a residual income from that for a once-off 2,000 Rand. Folks, a blind man can see this business. And then on top of that, you can earn 3 monthly dividends based on the profits we've created for those guys by driving traffic to them. You see, the traffic is very important because you can have the best game on earth. If nobody knows about it, it's useless. Now, just for signing up these new members or increasing these databases of potential players, there are 5 new member bonuses or incomes that you and I can tap into. I'm not going to go into it today for the interest of time. But here's a few facts. We've been breaking record after record. We're the fastest company ever to 1 million members, 2 million members, 3 million members. We grow at the moment during lockdown by over 46,000 new members a day. The average so far since South Africa went into lockdown is 32,000 new members per day. There's been 3 launch cruises initiated in 14 months. There's no other company that has done that in that period of time. And even if you did have the money, that you from a time perspective, you really poor on time to attend things like this. Never mind the bucket list recognition. So guys, for a once-off joining fee, you're either in or you're not. There are no products to sell, and that's a major point for me. Everybody hates selling. We've got nothing to sell. Simply showing you where you can do something that you already do and you love it. There's not one household on the planet of which somebody in that household, if not everybody, is already engaged in gaming. Now, here's an interesting little fact. IPO Hub. IPO means initial public offer. They released this little statement on the 1st of December last year that Johan Stahl van Holstein, he's the CEO, plans to IPO Crowd1 at $1 billion valuation. Folks, you're either in or you're not. But I thank you for your time. Please get hold of the people that introduced you to this opportunity. All they need for you to join are your full names and surname, your street address and your email address, as well as your date of birth and your telephone number. They will tell you where to deposit the money. And then as soon as you can, get your friends and family into this opportunity so they can also tap into a very unique Euro income stream. Times are tough. This is a way to get out of it. Thank you for your time.